pressure plate's fine. So we got a problem here. So let's check out what's going on. Wow, this is bad. This is really bad. If I can move this with my fingers, this thing's ready to fall off, destroy the transmission, break the cases. It could totally destroy this engine. Now it's time for the special tool. Now there's a factory tool for this, but I've never really seen one. I've always used homemade stuff. Shops I've worked in, they've all had homemade stuff. These are the springs. Nut holds it onto the screwed post. Cup holds it into the pressure plate. Maybe we could stop some damage. And here we are. This is the push rod. Now I was hoping that this nut, which holds everything together, was the issue. Sometimes they back out. When they back out, it makes a space which will allow this. This guy has some nice clutch plates. This is a new variety. New manufacturing. You can tell by the pattern, the cross pattern. Special tool number 2. Old bikes, a lot of homemade special tools. It's part of the fun of working on. Now, air tools are your friend. Whenever you can, use your air tools. This nut would be impossible with a wrench. Hopefully this will come out nice and easily, and it does. And as you're taking this apart, you have to keep your hand under it. You got to catch all the little roller bearings. There are 20 of them, and you don't want to lose one of them. Now that we got the clutch apart, we're just going to have a look around and make sure everything's okay. Check the wires, make sure there's no breaks, make sure it's not dry rotted, check the grommets. Also, the big thing is you want to check underneath where the debris is going to gather. Debris tells you a lot. We got some, dirty oil, clutch debris, probably a little bit of rubber, no metal. Metal is really what you're looking for. So everything looks pretty good, so let's go fix that center. Welcome back. We're back here at Mean Machines. Did a little work while you guys were gone. Opened up the clutch hub. Found big obvious problems here. The rubbers are actually split and torn. They're very hard. You see a lot of crumbling going on. Went ahead and built another one for us with new rubbers. You can see the big difference here. Now we got everything back together, and last adjustment we have to make is we got to make sure that all the pressure plate springs are even and the pressure plate is not wobbling, running straight like we talked about earlier. So now we got the fun part. The reason why I'm a mechanic is so I can ride motorcycles. The money ain't good, but riding motorcycles is good. So, done with the job, now we gotta make sure it works. Well, here we are. Got myself my barn bike, 1970 Hodaka Ace 100. Forgotten, neglected in a barn for who knows how many years. Did an initial survey of it, did a few repairs just to get it started, see what we're up against, see if the motor's any good, if it's running, see if we like it. Whenever you pull a bike out of a barn, you always have to suspect the wiring. Old bikes always have wiring issues. In our case, we found wires that were crimped together with household connectors and twisted together with no connectors. So I made the repair in such a way that you can never cross the connections. So you always have a reliable spark. Now that we figured out what's going on with the gas problem, we got to look at the spark problem. The points are going to be under this cover. There's going to be a rotor here, and the points will be in it. I've never been in one of these motors before, so just got to start taking things off. The way dirt bikes run is they have a flywheel magneto. That means the points are hidden behind this flywheel. Flywheel spins with the motor, points sit right back there. The Okay, this is a beautiful thing. It looks like crap. It needs a lot of cleaning. The wire terminals on the point itself, corrosion on the magnet pickups, got a lot of dirt and corrosion inside the rotor. But this is all good because what I'm seeing is the problem. We don't have spark. It's because it's nasty. We found the problem. So now we could check, make sure there's good spark. Brand new spark plug. Spark plugs are really cheap, and it's very silly to waste time trying to clean and reuse spark plugs. Once in a while, you could spin the engine just by the magneto to get a nice spark. Now I'm seeing a pretty good spark here. Nice and healthy. So we got our spark back. Trying to start this bike would have been a waste of time without taking this carburetor apart. We got failed floats. What would happen is you turn the gas on and it would just pour right into the motor and onto the floor, and you don't want a gas puddle in your garage. So it was a good thing we opened it up. We also found all this crap in there that would clog jets, make it impossible to run. It'd also get inside the motor. The whole slide is really nice. There's some scoring, not bad. The needle's perfectly clean. Needle sits down inside the bowl. So usually when a carb's really bad, the tip of the needle is going to have corrosion on it, some oxidation on it. So we're looking pretty good here, except for the fact that this came off. It's not so bad because if it wasn't broken now, it would end up failing at some point. This is old technology. I could not find any parts for this carburetor. I needed a new float, so I ended up just fixing the one I had. Did a decent job soldering it. It's kind of ugly, but as long as it holds, that's what counts. Also, I'm going to have to reuse the old float gasket, so I'm going to use a little sealer just to help cheat a little bit. Not ideal situation, but if you can't find the parts and you want to get the bike running, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, it's time to put some gas in it. Give it a kick in the guts. Get this thing going.
Gas tank action, take 3. We're rolling.
That's why you need an exhaust fan.